Rod Menzel with Great Way Roofing on the roof of Topaz Distribution. Quick overview of the roof. It's quite a large building, I guess close to 1,200 squares. I'll have an exact number on that. There are also 89 skylights, 88 skylights. They're conveniently numbered. Smart idea. If you have a leak at a skylight, you can say skylight 80 is leaking. It looks like 36 HVAC units. Looking at a fluid applied acrylic roof system, and that system is based upon emulsion, stitch bonded polyester fabric, and 3 gallons of a white coating. That's my recommendation. The reason for such a system is it'll cool the building down, it meets Energy Star requirements of Title 24, and it's a longer lasting roof. The roof itself is starting to fail. You can see how the granules have blown away, and in fact they've been blowing with the Santa Ana and they end up over here in this corner. I'll show you that here. So the granules have blown away and they end up over here along this wall. And my guess is that's just through the Santa Ana. So you can see all the granules here. See, you can take a look right there. That's what all the granules are ended up at. So the roof is definitely ready to be replaced. As an option though, we can do this roof in phases. First phase would be to go around each one of these skylights in 3/4 skylights with an elastomeric caulking and a stitch bonded polyester fabric. The skylights are in good shape. They're a fiberglass skylight with no seals to worry about. There may be some issues here where I start to see a little bit of a crack, but that can be touched up in 3/4. No need to replace the skylight. The second phase then would be to come along and do the walls. That's the area of the roof that's leaking as well. These walls, it's a typical detail where the wall went up and it was 3/4 with mastic and webbing. The top part of the wall is just concrete. What I would recommend is do the similar detail. However, I'd use the stitch bonded polyester fabric, and I put the elastomeric coating on the walls so that way we wouldn't have to worry about anything penetrating there. You can see here some prior repairs have been done. And so the first phase once again would be to do the skylights. The second phase would be to come in and do the walls, and on the walls we'd want to come out a good 2-3 feet, so come out to this area right about here, all the way around the perimeter. And then the last phase would be to come in and do either a 1-ply emulsion and coated system or a 2-ply emulsion and coated system. That would basically take care of it. Adding to phase 1 or 2, whatever you want. You could also 3/4 the HVAC units all at the bottom of the base flashing there. Another quick note, as I walk on the roof deck, it's a very solid roof deck. It appears to be a 3/4 inch OSB or something similar when I was getting out of the roof hatch, but it's a good strong roof. There's also great pitch in the roof. As you can see here, we're at a ridge here, and talking to Jose, he said there's a fall from a high of 35 feet down to 30 feet. So we go from here all the way down to that drain there. So you've got good fall, good pitch to the roof. Not a significant detail, but a detail that does help. When you're applying a fluid applied reinforced acrylic roof system, you want to make sure that no water's ending up on the roof. And right here we've got this drain line needs to be reconnected here, it appears. And as water runs on the roof, it doesn't help the roof. This is a good image showing the current stage of the roof. The granules have worn off, and we're starting to see some of the fiberglass show. And as you can see, it's like this throughout. What it really should look like is, this is a good example of a newer roof where the solar's in. And the granules are in good shape, obviously, there. I'm over the opposite area of the roof, and this area is a little more congested. However, still not a big deal. We'd want to make sure we 3/4 all the pipe flashings. There's an example of a pipe that Jose pointed out to me that's probably leaking. We'd 3/4 all the HVAC units. DirecTV may be disconnected for a short period while we're doing the roof. We'd basically want to make sure we put a nice platform underneath it, clean up any other debris on the roof. All the ACs appear to be in good shape. No AC really needs to be lifted. There has been some repairs before, so we'll just have to take caution as we're doing some of these details here. The walk pads are in place and good to have as a guideline. If you put a white coating on the roof, we'd maybe want to come back and at least designate or mark these areas, or put a tan coating down so that we know where to walk on the roof. All of these nails exposed here, we'd want to make sure that those are 3/4 as well. Not a big issue at all, but the drains would want to be cleaned out. This is the only area of the roof that really needs maintenance due to these pine trees, but it'd be a good idea to take a look at these. All the drains will be 3/4, and this area right here, this is at the seams in the concrete. We're going to want to make sure that this area right here is 3/4 as well. This really is the last detail of the roof that can be a potential leak source, and that's pitch pockets. So once again, one of 3/4 these, you can still see even right here, it's still a little moist right in this area. So water does get underneath there. So we're going to want to make sure that's got a good seal on it so we don't run into any issues there. This part of the roof has already been done. What I would recommend is just three-coursing the pipe flashings, the penetrations that are holding the solar here, and apply a coating. We'd want to make sure that we don't get any coating on the skylights, of course, but then just come underneath here and apply a coating. That'd be an easy enough detail to do. We could also make sure that since this is the uphill side of the roof, we would want to three-course this perimeter at least, or take the emulsion out onto it. So that way we know for sure that it's not going to leak. Not the most significant detail, but this right here just shows the thickness of the roof deck. It's an OSB deck. It's very strong. I would call that a 3/4 inch roof deck. So a quick recap on the roof. I'm going to recommend a fluid applied acrylic roof system. We can either do a 1-ply or a 2-ply system. The roof is large enough obviously that we could do this roof in phases. I've been told there's a lot of roof leaks at the skylights and at the walls, and probably some at the air conditioning units. I'm going to recommend that we go ahead and three-course all the skylights first as phase 1. Phase 2 could be the air conditioning units. Phase 3 could be the walls, and then phase 4, the final phase, could be to do the roof system, the incomplete roof.